Sports Live here on SABC News. There's a lot happening at the moment, including international rugby, and the All Blacks have just beaten England by 24 points to 22. The Springboks will get their end of the year tour underway next weekend. But let's move to bodybuilding now, because Max Kulati, an IBFF wheelchair professional bodybuilder and the first wheelchair pro bodybuilder on the African continent, joins us here on Sports Live. He's from the small town of Karega in the Eastern Cape, and he recently won a title at the IBFF Worldwide Mr. Universe in Midrand, and he joins us now to tell us more about his career. Good evening from us, Max, and thank you for joining us on SABC.
Thank you, Pratiabs.
Tell us about this Worldwide Universe that you've just won.
This is one big competition that I was preparing for, because it's the first ever that is happening. It happened in South Africa. So it took me, I was 2 times world champion, but now I'm Mr. Universe. So I'm the universal champion and the first universal pro champion in South Africa.
So you are undisputed?
And undisputed, no one. I'm the first one, I'm strong, Baba. I'm strong.
Yeah. And do you compete internationally also?
Yes, I did compete internationally in Slovenia last year, and also last year where I defended my titles. So that's why now I was a 2 times world champion, but now I'm a first time universal champion.
And do you get the recognition then that you deserve, Max? Because these are huge achievements here. Do you think the country is aware of what you are doing?
The country is aware of what I'm doing, but unfortunately, I'm not getting the recognition from the people in charge, the people in power. I only get the recognition from the local people, because whenever I have to go to competition, I am asking for donation from people at the gym, from local people, and they are the ones that are supporting me on my achievements. So when I send letters out to big companies and people in charge of sport in South Africa, I'm hitting a wall. I'm not getting through, but I'm hoping that that will come to an end, and they will start also to come on board.
Yeah, we certainly hope so, and hopefully this platform here on SABC will also help you reach the rest of the country. But tell us more about how you got involved then in bodybuilding, especially because you are in a wheelchair, or you're a wheelchair pro.
Yes. How did I get involved? I'm a former powerlifter. I have my EP colors in powerlifting, but a friend of mine told me that I have to try and switch from powerlifting to bodybuilding. At least there I will achieve a lot. And so I did, and there I am. I'm now a professional, the first wheelchair professional bodybuilder in the African continent, and I'm proud to say it loud.
And how long have you been doing this for, Max?
I've started with bodybuilding in 2021, where I started at IBFF in the Cape Classic in Mossel Bay. And there the love grew for bodybuilding. The love grew. Although the sport that I'm doing is very expensive, but I really love what I'm doing.
And what is expensive? What do you spend on then? Is it the traveling? Is it the equipment? What is it?
The thing that is very expensive is the diet. The nutrition is very expensive. The supplements that you must use on the monthly basis is very expensive. If I can calculate it, roughly about 6,000 per month that a person must have. Remember, when you go to each and every competition, you have to produce a new physique, of which now, this physique that you saw this year, whenever I go to another competition next year, I must produce a better physique than this year. So every time when you have to prepare for a competition, it builds up. It builds up, and if you are a person who's unemployed like me, you're going to end up struggling, boss. But I'm just doing it for the love of the sport.
And for the love of the country. But tell us, for those who are not aware, how did you end up in a wheelchair? Is there a condition you were born with, or is it something that happened later on in your life?
What happened was I slept and wake up, I couldn't walk. And the doctors told me that I have a growth growing on my spine. But when they operated, they only drained the liquid out of my spine. And it was back in 2014. So ever since then, I couldn't walk.
And obviously that would have affected your life. How challenging has it been since then, or how have you been able to adapt?
It has been very challenging, even today, when sometimes when you hit a wall and you have to reach somewhere, because remember, I don't have my own car. I don't have, I'm using public transport. So when it's raining, I'm being rejected by some of the public transport. And whenever I have to go from one place to another place. I must use maybe a star cab, of which now it will eat me a lot on my pocket, because on a daily basis I can spend about 300 just to go to the gym and back to my house. So it's really difficult. But what can I want to? I'm just praying and hoping that doors will open and some good Samaritan will sponsor me with a car. Then I'll be able to do a lot of things.
And I'm sure you've got a team. Where do you train, and what kind of a team do you have behind you at least?
Yes, I do have a team, Inspiration. I train with them, and I also have a coach, Lionel Harkers. He's also one of the best, and is the best in the business, because we managed to produce different packages for 2 years around. My fit inspiration, as you saw, we are two disabled guys using the wheelchair, of which now we are training with people who doesn't use the wheelchair. So it's become challenging for both of us, me and MXO, to train with the guys that are able.
No, you are a brave man, a man of courage, Max, and we hope the country has heard your story and you'll get lots of support after this interview. But keep going, don't give up. I'm sure things will get better for you. World champion, Mr. Universe, also Max Kulati, joining us all the way from Kariga.